Hey,
Taylor,
What's
I'm
up?
Alex.
How are you,
Hey,
Alex?
you're the man.
Nice to see you.
Grab that headset because you'll need it because there's some background noise here. So this is Taylor Conroy, and you were the last speaker up. How you doing?
Who's Dan?
Dan, sorry, I got to make the introduction. So Dan is one of the co-founders of FaceToFace Broadcasting, which is the
hello,
technology that we're using right now.
He's like our co-host.
No, he was. I'm just bringing
He's like our
people on.
co-host on this. Have you ever seen Joe Rogan podcast?
No.
And they got Jimmy on the
No.
side. He's Jimmy.
Oh no, he's Jimmy. Well,
I am Jimmy. Yeah, I'm the tent guy in the back. Hey, Jimmy, can we bring up a video?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're just talking to the speakers, of which you are one. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
It takes. Listen, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've gone through 5. I think this is my 6th, and it's a freaking roller coaster, man. And I've got 5, but it's not 5 out of 5. Like I may have 3 wins out of that 5, and it's not like 3 full wins. It's like 1 big win, and then a little win, and then 2 flat out failures where I'm just busted. And it's hard. It's hard, and I got to congratulate you for just getting up on stage and just putting it out there.
Thanks, brother. Who's watching this thing?
Well, we get people. We're streaming to a community right now. We have 23 people watching around the world. We have Dominic he's in Africa.
Are they going to ask questions?
Steph is about to come in, and she's going to ask questions. And then we're also restreaming through the Royal Road. Just picked up our thing, and they're restreaming to their audience.
Hell of a deal.
Yeah. So let me just bring in. So Dan, I'm going to say goodbye to you.
Sounds good.
So thanks for that.
Excellent speech, Taylor.
Thanks, Jimmy.
And here's a friend of mine, Steph. She's in Toronto, I think.
Hi there.
She is.
What's up, Steph? How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm cool. I'm all right. I've got dark chocolate. I feel good.
Oh, then you're perfect. You're fine. Where's
Yeah.
my dark chocolate, Alex? Come on now.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, I've got a glass of whiskey behind the monitor here. So
Also send to Toronto, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Especially considering your topic, Taylor. As Alex knows me well, your topic, it doesn't just align with what I'm going through, but it literally nails everything I'm going through right now. And I honestly can't be more appreciative that you put this up for public consumption, because we need to talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
And there was literally, I was watching and I was listening to you, and there was an instant gut punch sensation that I had about, and stay with me here, how not special I was.
Because you're going through bankruptcy?
Because you exist, and you're the first person that I've been able to find that is so closely aligns with what I'm going through. And not only that, it almost made me angry because it's taken us this long for me to at least find you and have this conversation. And so I long to put this into the world. And I seriously, like I said, I can't be more appreciative that you're of this mindset too, that we need to start talking about this stuff. So thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you for saying it too, Steph. I appreciate it. And I really meant what I said in there when I wasn't a rambling, incoherent mess, that these hard times are full of lessons. They're not just full of shit. They're full of such gold. You know what I mean? Like if we actually own it, and if we actually feel into all the things, like what did I do wrong? What could I have done differently? And then when we have those triggers of that person where you're like, that guy screwed me, or this, whatever it is, own that too. Do you know what I mean? Like that's the real stuff, is when we actually own that. I see so many people never going through it, never actually getting to the point where they genuinely own something to the extent where they can actually learn from it. They might go, well, they cop out and they'll go, you know, what I learned from this is that I shouldn't do business with that guy. No, that's not owning anything. Right? Like what are the meetings that you had with that guy that your gut knew that you shouldn't be doing what you were doing? What are, that we had this one a guy, an investor in Change Heroes, who I spent months and months and months blaming this guy, thinking like, this guy, he made my life a living hell, he was terrible, da 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 da. Then I remember back to the first time I ever talked to the guy. Not the first time I talked to him, when he said he wanted to invest, the words out of my mouth were, you know what, this doesn't really feel like a fit. Let's just like move on, kind of thing. And he goes, no, I want to invest. And I said, we needed the money. We were going down. And I said, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So whose fault is that? Mine.
Right.
Complete ownership. This was saying don't do it. This was saying you're gonna do it, and I did it. And then I ate it for that. You know, I got that times 10 at the outset. My fault.
But that's hard work, man.
So
That's hard work.
it's a hard. I mean, yeah, of course it's hard work. It's like this is the real stuff though. Like right after the talk, I went into a room and I just started dry heaving and just crying. Just now, as soon as I got off stage. And that's the stuff. That's the good stuff. Dry heaving, crying, laughing, yawning, shaking. That's our body letting emotion out.
Yeah.
And we don't let it out. We ball it up. People talk about like, you know, let's take this interview on a total tangent. People talk about like plant medicine, like ayahuasca and DMT, and they talk about these things as like these revolutionary. Oh my gosh, it's so healing. It's like, yes, and what those things are doing, a lot of what they're doing is just breaking down your ego so you can actually let out all of the things. I'm not trying to again
and
take it
screaming
too far
to get out,
but we have all of this inside us, right?
Yeah.
And so I got super emotional on stage because there's so much in there. So it's my process to let it out. That's what we should be doing as humans, right?
Yeah.
Continue letting it out. And that's what I think what in my mind what being vulnerable is all about. People talk vulnerable is like this like catchphrase right now. How about just like self-healing? That's what it is. It's being vulnerable is the most selfish thing you can do. You think you're doing it, you're like, oh, I'm going to do everyone a service by telling everyone how shitty something is. No, fully letting it out, not griping about it, but like being honest. Here's what's true. This, no blame. This is just what's happening, right? Out. And then you just kind of become, in my mind, more and more clear. That's what it's all about, if you ask me.
So where did you come from? I'm sorry, Steph. I'm sitting right beside the guy. Yeah, this is
fascinating. I'm happy to be here. Go ahead.
Well, Steph and I have talked a lot about some of this stuff over the last few months. But like, where did you come from that allowed you to kind of let this stuff out, to be like that? Because that's not North American male normal, as you know.
No, I don't know. This stuff is just like.
Well, it's also not normal in entrepreneurship, right? Like, it's not necessarily male specific. Yeah. It's male specific on one sense, but it's also in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
We can talk about our feelings. That's business, right? That gets in the way of business. So.
What time is the break over?
Sorry, we're just okay. We have the coordinator in here, so.
So it's not common. You know, genuinely, it's from deep work. It's from coaching. You know, I would love to have a coach, like a spiritual coach or a business coach or whatever is right for you. Yep. Coaching helps a ton because they like get you to pull up your shit. Yep. They pull up all the stuff that sucks. You know, this is what our culture is so focused on stamping out the shadow. You know what I mean? Stamping out the fear, stamping out all the dirty stuff. Yeah. And it's like so. Remember when you were like, I've had five startups, and one was this and one was that. Nope. I've had startups. I've had these 2 startups, and I fucking failed. I fell on my face, and I went bankrupt. And it sucked. And that's that. Or you go on Instagram, and there's all these like perfect couples. You know all the perfect couples that did. Oh, we're so loving. It's like no. Chances are you fight 60% of the time or whatever, but we don't share that. Right. And then there's this huge gap between where we are and where we think we're supposed to be because we compare ourselves against everyone's highlight reel. This is the shit. This is like, I don't know. This is the growth. This is where actually all the good stuff is like in the mud. You know, and we're gonna go through it. We're gonna go ups and downs and all.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to some of these people before they get off the intermission. Should we wrap up with one more question? I started rambling.
Steph,
so much.
do you have one more quick question?
I just wanted to say, again, everything on point with what you just finished saying, sort of thing. What has been the most important key for you in the opposite side of finding balance in the post-business side in terms of self-care, like practicing your self-care? What's something that you have to do every day?
You know what? I am obsessing over re-educating my brain.
Nice.
Re-educating, because Steph, I was bankrupt. That means my brain was sick. Right. My money brain, my abundance mentality, whatever you want to call it, was had a mini cancer of some sort. You know what I mean? I don't like to say that because anyways, it was sick. So I need to heal it. And so what I do, best investment I ever made was I bought a pair of Apple iPod headphones, the little ones that they don't have a wire. I keep in my ears all the time. If I'm not in a conversation, I'm listening to an audiobook. If I'm not in a conversation, it's an audiobook or it's like some really calming music. I'm continually reprogramming my brain to get to the point where abundance is normal, where winning and succeeding, whatever, winning's not good because it's like competing, but where abundance is the norm, because scarcity became the norm for me. My story is in my mid-20s, I was crushing it. I was making millions of dollars. Because my mindset back then, I was like pumping it full of books all the time. Somehow I dwindled away, and I started thinking like, oh, raising capital for a company is really hard. Dwindle. Oh my God, we need to raise more money. Oh, dwindle. And I got to the point where I'm like putting all my own personal money in, all my energy into this company, and not taking anything out of it, which is fine, I guess, to some extent with the startup. But I wasn't honoring myself. I wasn't honoring what like little Taylor wants, And so I'm re-educating. So my number one takeaway, what's helping me so much right now, is like pumping full of great audiobooks and positive mindset stuff.
I love it. I like
your tattoos, Steph. Thanks for the chat.
Thank you, and thank you so much, and thank you. I'm gonna obviously continue. You're like the other person in another part of the world that's exactly, I feel, so aligned, like I said, with what you're going through, and I'm gonna keep following and hopefully maybe connect with you down the line.
Yeah, love that. That sounds great, Steph.
Thanks, Steph, and thank you, Taylor. It's been awesome to have you on here.
See you guys.
Ow.
Thanks, buddy.
See you.